pretty pair of 20th century cottages in Kent are homes under the hammer in 45 minutes. Now though, on BBC One, Rip Off Britain looks at the true cost of your home.
When we asked you to tell us about the rip-offs that have affected you, you did not disappoint.
Are you going to go and knock on the bad people's door and say hello?
We will be taking the chief executive, etc., to task.
This is a programme for the viewer because we want to know absolutely what drives them mad.
We've all found that we've been the subject of rip-offs.
We surveyed more than 2,000 UK households to get your opinions, and our Rip Off Britain inbox and mailbag have been filled with your stories. We've read every single one, and now we can reveal our roundup of the top rip-offs that are driving you crazy.
Hello and welcome to Rip Off Britain. Now, we've been investigating the rip-offs that you've been telling us really incense you.
It's everything from paying over the odds for your mortgage to poor households being penalised by excessive charges.
Today we're investigating the rip-offs under your own roof.
The housing market in crisis and rocketing home running costs. With Money Matters at the fore, we're here to make sure that you are not getting ripped off. And you've given us plenty to work with. You've told us about the equity release schemes that can have devastating consequences.
I can only just about afford to carry on living here, so I don't know what will happen in the future.
And the government grant that just does not add up.
People are being ripped off by it, and now, sadly, I think the taxpayer is being ripped off.
And we have more revelations from our exclusive Rip Off Britain survey.
Time now to find out what really gets on your nerves.
The items we keep in our homes can be the most valuable things we own, and most of us choose to insure them accordingly. So when something goes wrong, we expect our insurance company to pay out. But even if we paid our premiums religiously, that doesn't always happen. Lose some precious jewellery or spill red wine on your carpet. If you're covered by home or contents insurance, you can at least feel safe in the knowledge your insurers will pay for a replacement. Won't they? Well, maybe not, if you're one of the 7.3 million Britons with a previous criminal conviction or caution.
As soon as you've got what's called an unspent conviction, anybody in the mainstream home market is essentially going to completely bar you. But unfortunately, because of the way that insurance law works, it means it's actually the responsibility of the insuree to disclose what's called any material facts. Now, you can only know what a material fact is by guessing what's in the mind of the insurance company, but we can certainly assure people that insurers will always consider an unspent conviction to be a material fact.
Chris has seen case after case of people with low-level convictions accepted on insurance policies, but then denied payouts. One insurer recently refused a claim from a man who'd honestly disclosed a previous unrelated conviction. It wasn't until Chris stepped in that the insurer realised the conviction was spent, so they shouldn't use it against him.
The current state of play is they are making it quite difficult with him around providing things like receipts for every single item that was stolen, and he still hasn't yet been paid out.
And those with previous convictions aren't the only ones being denied insurance claims. Since the recession hit, insurers have toughened up payout procedures in an attempt to discourage fraudulent claims. But there are concerns that's being used as an excuse simply to deny legitimate claims as well. The Financial Ombudsman Service saw complaints relating to contents insurance rise last year.
We've seen around a 10% increase in complaints about home insurance. We think this may partly be because both the consumers and financial businesses are looking at their finances in a lot of detail. Consumers may be more willing to pursue a complaint about perhaps a smaller amount than before, where they may in the past have let that go. But also we've seen some insurance companies taking rather a harsher stance.